Hello everyone, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning from in the world. It is 10:30 a.m. here in Australia in the morning, so we have been getting a lot of rain, but today the sun is trying to come out, which is nice, because I do need it as we are moving to a new home in 2 days. So I have boxes everywhere, plain walls, but I'm here today. So if you are here with me, say hello, tell us where you're tuning in from. If you are watching this on a replay, just put #replay. Please do let me know if the audio is working. I have had a lot of issues with audios over the last couple of weeks. So tell me if you are here with me live and the audio is working. Hope you can hear me clearly. Okay, all right. Well, I hope so. I hope it is working. All right, so if you are watching this on a replay, can I ask to please comment along as you watch the video, so it pushes the video up, to the top, so more people can see this video. So to start with, for those who don't know me, my name is Nisa Dermot. I am a success mindset and personal growth mentor, and also a coach and a consultant with Dr. Gallagher Institute. Now, I was working alongside Bob Proctor, who was my mentor. He has now passed a few weeks ago now, God bless him. He has changed my life in so many ways, and I can't thank him enough. So, a lot of people want to create a life of freedom for themselves and for their family. They want to live their best life. But the problem is self-image, paradigm, their old belief systems. Their beliefs about themselves, their money beliefs and paradigms, sales beliefs. They're holding them back. I have struggled with this as well, and that really held me back. To the point where I lost everything and I had to start again. So enough about me today. Today it's about serving you. It's about adding value to your business and to your life. So say hello if you're just hopping in now. Welcome. Thank you for joining me if you're watching this live, and I hope the audio is fine too as well. Let me know if it is not working. So today I will be exploring the science of setting and achieving goals and the goal creation, how to set goals that are worthy of you, and the laws behind it too as well. So this is where you really need to be intentional with your thoughts. Be intentional with your energy. Be present. So if I were you, I'll grab a paper and pen, write down some nuggets that I'll be sharing with you that might stand out, for you. So hopefully this session is to create greater awareness of what is possible for you. It is not a coincidence that you are here with me. You were attracted to this training for a reason. The truth is, there's something that you're seeking, and there is something that is seeking you out. You're always in the right place at the right time. And sometimes we can be in the right place at the right time, but miss the opportunity. Am I right? Comment below if you're watching this live. Has this ever happened to you? I know it has happened to me many times, when I can be at the right place at the right time, but I miss that opportunity. So the beginning of all successful ventures starts with a goal. There is a science behind it in goal creation. Where there is great passion, that desire becomes a burning desire. And then you start to take inspired actions from that person that you want to become, from that new version of you, as if you achieved that goal. Now, you may not have realized it, but you would have changed something in you for you to step out and act on that idea. So unless you become clear of what it is that you want and be that person that achieved that goal, you won't move at all to the direction of your dream. Now, there was a German philosopher. He put it very well. He said, before you can do something, you must first be it. You must be it. The be comes before the do. So that might be confusing with some of you, but stay with me here. So what does that mean? Be before the do. You see, you have to see it. You got to feel it. You got to act it. You got to come from that place as if you like you have achieved the goal. Be the person that you want to become. Act, talk, walk, feel like that person. You are now holding the image of the person that you want to be, which means you got to have that goal in your mind for you to lift your vibrations, so then you can step out and act as if you achieved that goal. See, if you don't change the way that you act, the way that you think, the way that you feel, your paradigms, it's not changing. Now, paradigms are a multitude of habits that are stored inside of your subconscious mind. And you can't live from your present paradigms, from your present belief system, and expect to achieve the goal. That's not going to happen. And I think that's probably why we are called human being, not human doing. Being that person. See, you have to be the essence of who you are. Be that spirit. Be that energy. Be the person who has achieved the goal. When you first be, you are now going to do things and take inspired actions from that state. So who is resonating with me here? Put in the comments below if you are watching this live or the replay. Are you resonating with what I'm sharing with you so far? Now, if not, that's okay, because this may take some time for some people to get this around, to get their head around it. But gosh, if you get this, you can achieve anything you want. You will step into the new version of you from that goal with that new awareness that everything is possible. You are acting from that frequency, that new vibration, because you have accepted and emotionalized the idea. So here's an example to illustrate the energy, the vibration that you operate on when you know that you want something so badly. Okay, you went shopping and you saw a gorgeous red dress in the shop and you really want that. You really like to have that dress, but you know you don't have the money. So you went home and you think about it. You talk to your spouse about it. You talk to your friends about it. You dreamt about it. Then the next day, you went to the shop and then you went and tried it on. And then you just fell in love with the dress. So then you went home and you decided, okay, you made a decision, I'm going to get that dress. And you know you don't have any money. So you thought, how can I get that dress? And you will do whatever you can to get that money. And maybe you went to your grandmother or maybe to a friend, and borrow some money to buy that dress. So we really got to get it really straight here in our mind that whatever's going on outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. So you are on a mission. You're on a high vibration. You are committed to getting that dress. This will be like when you are committed to your goal. Now you may not know this, but I do this a lot in my teachings. There are two parts to our mind. There's a conscious mind and there's a subconscious mind. Now mind is movement. Mind equals energy. Now there's a lot of you can, there's a lot that I can go into about the mind. We hear about the RAS, like the reticular activating system, all of those little bits and pieces, but we're not going to go there today. I don't want to complicate things. Let's just keep it simple for now. The conscious mind deals with thoughts. The subconscious mind deals with emotions, with feelings. And then your body goes out and takes actions. And then our results are caused not from your actions, but from your mind. So stay with me here. Who is following me here? If you are watching this, are you following me? I hope you are. Now, I want you not to think about your goals from the view of what actions to take, but from who do you have to become in order to take those actions that you must do to achieve the goal. You see, the actions must be done. It's mostly done. Definitely, yes, of course, absolutely. We need to do actions. It must be done. But because you don't think that, okay, I'm just going to sit back and do nothing, and then the goal will just come to me or be handed to me. Yes, you must do the actions, because that's the part of you, that's the part that you're going to play. You are going to take actions, but if the actions you are taking to move you towards that goal are not in alignment with the right energy, you are not going to get the outcome that you're looking for. You're not going to get it because you're not in alignment with the right energy to get to the goal. Because here's the truth. We are governed by universal laws. Law of cause and effect is one of those laws. We live in that boomerang universe. What you give out, what you put out, it will come back to you. That's the universe that we live in. Then there's the law of vibration and attraction, that everything in this universe vibrates, nothing rests. See, our mind is movement. We are always moving towards something, and then that something always moving towards us. It's an action and reaction, action and attraction. We are all on a vibrational journey. So your thoughts are vibrations that send off into the universe. When you concentrate, the vibrations are stronger. So your thoughts, your feelings, your actions are all lined up and now becomes what we call attitude. So your attitude is a composite of your thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. Your attitude in life is going to be determine life's attitude towards you. It's got to determine others' attitude towards you. And the next thing that you've got to realize is that you have the freedom to choose your thoughts. And you can choose thoughts, any thoughts that you want to think about. And the truth is, most people do not think. Most people, they think based on their perception, based on their beliefs, based on their paradigms. And then that's how we see and interpret the world, from that blurred vision. So if you grew up in an environment where there is a lot of lack and limitations all around you, then you are going to see through a lens of lack and limitation. Likewise, if you were brought up in a home that has a lot of prosperity and abundance, then you're still going to have that prosperity and abundance thinking and the perception. See, when you were born, you were programmed genetically. That's why we look like our relatives, like our mum and dad. And your subconscious mind was wide open. And whatever it is that was going on in your environment as a child, everything around you went straight into your subconscious mind. See, kids are like sponges. They soak up everything. Parents, teachers, friends, religious teachers, adults, beliefs, opinions, habits, it went straight into our subconscious mind. So maybe someone said to you when you were young, well, you couldn't do that. That's too hard. Who do you think you are? I'm not sure about that. I don't think you can do that. That's just impossible. Stop thinking big. See, all of these beliefs are now absorbed and they stayed with you in your subconscious mind. And as a young child, you didn't have a choice. You just comply and do whatever was happening, around you. So what I'm trying to say here, all of these are hardwired into us. And now you're going to see the world from that lens. And your goals and the results will be the exact proportions to how you're going to see yourself and the world from your programming. Now look at your current results at the moment. What are your results? If your results are not great and you're getting outcomes that you don't want, it's telling you something. It's telling you something. It means that there's something else is going on. Whether it's money, whether it's relationship, whether it's your health. If it's relationship, maybe something's not working. Something else is going on. You're not in harmony with that relationship. It could mean that something is out of alignment for you. The energy is not in alignment. Something is happening internally. What are you thinking about? What vibration are you giving out to the universe? See, thoughts, feelings, and actions, they're not aligned. And that's probably giving you an attention, it's probably giving attention to things that you don't want. Where your focus goes, that's where energy flows. Where your energy and focus goes, more energy flows. So if you give energy to something, it will expand. What are you giving energy to? That's the question I want to ask you. Is it to what you want, or is it not what you want? Have you ever had a conversation with someone, and the more you give them attention and focus on what they are saying, the more they talk about it? Have you ever had that, have you ever had that experience? And I'm sharing all of this because if I talk about goal setting straight up front, and you say, well, I think I have a goal, but then my head is still filled with all reasons why I don't think I can get that, or that cannot be done, you will easily let go of it. So by now, you should have a good understanding when it comes to the matters of the mind. It will help you with your own awareness that most people talk about what they don't want. That, they're creating more of what they don't want. Would you agree with me here? This is why I hear all the time, most people talk about why they can't do something. All the reasons why something's not possible for them. But remember, whatever you put out comes back to you. Law of cause and effect. So are you getting this, lady? Put it in the comment. Are you getting this? Because this is so important that we must be aware and intentional of where our energy goes. See, setting goals is the job of the conscious mind. It requires you to really think by using your imagination. Now, imagination is one of our faculties, mental faculties that we all have. So you really need to think about goals that will stretch you. Most people think about goals that they think they can do, that they know how to do. But you see, the purpose of a goal is to grow. It's for growth that we really want, not because we want something. It's who you are becoming. It's who you want to become. We grow, and then the reward or the goal will come. That's the carrot. That's the reward. So you better set goals that's worthy of you, that will make you to grow, that you will grow into that perfection inside of you, grow into the best version of yourself, that infinite spirit. Now, the paradigm, it's all this rubbish that's built up on top of who we really are. It's like that virus coating on top of it. And that perfection that is in you, it's having trouble trying to see the light, trying to shine through, because we've got so much stuff on top of it. So you've got to ask yourself, ladies, what is it that I actually really, really want in life? Like, I want you to think in possibilities. Think outside of the box. I don't want you just to sit there and go, well, I want a little bit of money, a little bit more money, or I would just want to be comfortable here. So if you could just set all things aside, money aside, resources, time, skills, and talents, everything, and if anything was possible in this world, if I had that magic wand, what would you dream? What would you dream of? You don't have to share it with anybody, but there's something in you that's wanting more. Yes or no? If you are watching this live, tell me, there is something in you that wanting more. Because I am sure that we all want to be, do, have and give more. Because that's the essence of who we are. We are spiritual being, seeking expansion and fuller expression. So regardless of where you are in your journey and where you are with your goal settings, it's the same process. See, some people don't have one. Some are stuck and not sure of the next step. Some got one, but maybe there's no clarity in there. Some had successes. Some of you probably have a lot of successes and very successful, and they know how they got it, but maybe perhaps they don't know how they got it. They know that they got that, but how did they get there? That's unconscious competent. See, we all want to grow. but two things that you must know to create wealth or to grow, and that is you've got to know where you are and you've got to know where you're going. You must be clear. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Maureen. Thanks for watching. You must be clear of where you're at. The truth is, we are human beings having a desire to be more, have more, and give more to other people. That's just how we're built. And all in all, the quality of your life, it's going to be a direct reflection to the quality of your thinking. And here's the most common thing that I hear from people all the time. When they are asked, what do they want? Most people, they think straight away of the how. How do I get that? Is that true for you? Put it in the comments. Is that true for you? Have you ever think about, I really want that, but I don't know how to do it? Because most people, I was guilty of that too as well. See, people, they think they don't know how to get it. But the truth is, you don't need to know how. You don't need to know how to get it. You just need to know that you are going to get it. Belief. You got to have the will to win. Do you know most people that they ever done anything that they didn't know? They never know how to do it. When, according to the studies that I've actually done, most people that have ever done anything, they never knew how to do it in the first place. The how can really scare a lot of people, and they continually stay in that scared energy. Totally get that. The how can sometimes be scary. Absolutely. And I know that the how can sometimes be confusing for a lot of people. But what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't? Just consider that for a moment. What if you were to start to think, I can do this? I am worthy of this. I don't know how, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to do this. I am going to learn how. I'm going to move my way through life instead of just being, instead of just staying on the set path. I'm going to design it. I'm going to spend my time doing what I really want to do with people that I really want to deal with. You can have anything, but you've got to think it. And most importantly, you've got to believe it. Does that make sense, lady? Is this making sense to you? Put it in the comment. Is this making sense? And this is why people don't achieve goals. Because the goal creation process is an energetic process. See, you need to be on that right vibration, the energy that matches that goal. And this is what Bob Proctor said all the time to us about goal creation. He said, why is goal creation an art? Because the art of goal creation is truly a creative process. You need to be, matching your energy and vibration has to match that goal. Imagine that you're down here. This is you. And your goal is up here, operating on a different frequency. For you to get to that goal, you have to lift your frequency. You have to come up to that energy level, that frequency where the goal is, and operate from there. This is the creative process. So a definition of creation is the manipulation of energy. You are now causing one type of energy to move into another form of energy. And this energy may never have moved into that directions before until you came along. So if you can see it in your mind, ladies, you can hold it in your hand. You can do it. It will never come to you, and you'll never have seen it in your mind if you couldn't do it. It came to you for a reason. Came to you for a reason. Yes. Thank you, Maureen. I'm glad it's making sense. So this is where your thoughts and beliefs have to be in harmony with your goal. When you think one thing and feel another, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It is your belief. Is your belief stronger? You got to ask that question. Is my belief stronger? Do you believe that you could be the person that achieved that goal? Because if you can think the thoughts that you can, your energy will change. When your energy changes, momentum changes. When momentum continues, you'll pick up traction. And then you start to learn the process to change your beliefs and habits. And when you go out there and take actions, you are now going to take inspired actions. And you're going to get a reaction. That means when you go out and actually make a start, go out and finally put yourself forward, opportunities will show up. Money will show up. People will show up. Everything will show up because you're in alignment with your goal. Your thoughts are how you should be thinking. Your habits and beliefs are now in alignment with your actions. And guess what? You're now growing. You are feeling different. And the most important thing is your self-image is changing. The way that you see yourself, the way that you perceive yourself is now changing. But this is what people do. This is what most people do. They're doing all of this great work on an intellectual level. They've got their vision boards happening. They write out their mission statements. They are all ready. They're reading the books, the podcast, listening to YouTubes. They're doing all of this stuff. That's education. We are all educating ourselves. See, all education, even when you go to school, that's education. We read, we write, we remember, and then we repeat. That's education. See, even right now, as you are listening to me, there's information coming at you into your mind. But most people, they leave it there. It stays in the conscious level. It doesn't mean you're going to act on it. It doesn't just happen overnight because you're hearing information as it comes to you. It will just sit there in your consciousness. See, your subconscious mind doesn't deal with data and facts and figures. It operates on emotions and feelings. So unless you can emotionalize some of this information that I'm sharing with you, nothing is going to happen. And this is the issue that most people have. It's their knowing-doing gap. This is what I also share with people about the knowing-doing gap. People know more, but they don't do what they know. See, so many people are intellectually competent. They have it all in their head. But when you look at their results, they're not doing what they know. Why is that? Belief system, their paradigms, are kicking in and controlling their behavior, controlling their logic. So my question is to you, are you in alignment with your goal? If not, then this is the time for you to step out, and match your energy with your goal. And this is why you've got to learn to understand how to decide what you want. And then you've got to build the beliefs, and match the habits with that belief system. So then you can get out there, and achieve the goal. That is the real process of goal creation. So let's say if you are predominantly more negative thinking, or you don't think you're good enough, or maybe you don't think you can, or maybe you worry about money, you worry about things, whatever it is, maybe your ability to do it, then you are going to have this little scanner following you, scanning everything that you do and giving you confirmation all day, every day, that you're not good enough, that you can't do this. And you are going to keep attracting situations, people, opportunities that are in alignment with those beliefs. So if you think you're not good enough, you probably attract situations into your life that prove to you that you're not good enough. And the funny thing is, it's not proof at all. It is perceived proof. Perceived proof. So ladies, do not waste time and energy trying to achieve goals if you haven't got to the root cause of your results. Paradigms. Look at your belief systems. The habits that you are, doing, engaging at the moment that's probably not serving you in your subconscious mind. You have to understand the cause of your results. Then you have the awareness of what you need to change and the person that you need to become to achieve the results that you want. And that's what I had to do to pay off six-figure debts, quitting my job to follow my heart, and rebuilding my life as a single mom. I had to change as someone who has achieved that. I have big goals to achieve, so I can flow to the next level, to the next step of my journey, and I'm continually changing my self-image and the beliefs to be able to match the goals, that I want. To live your life by your own terms, your own design, you've got to change your thinking. Live from the end, work from the end results, and think about the results that you want. Bring it to the present. See it in your mind. Feel it. Fall in love with it. You will now be thinking from a higher vibration, higher energy from that goal. Now, you don't need to know how. The how will show up. That's not your job. Your job is to, come up with the goal, gather information, and then step out and act on that. Because you can have anything you want. So if you think about what you want, then you can work backwards. You may say, well, how do I do that? Remember, in your conscious mind, you can choose your thoughts. You have the choice over your thoughts. Any thoughts, you exercise that. And anything that you give it energy, and you're going to focus on it, it's going to expand. So the trick is to keep thinking and focus on what it is that you want, to the exclusion of all limitations and all negative thoughts. Don't allow your mind to wander. Now, you may have a habit of being indecisiveness, or maybe a pattern of settling. All of this, Now you need to think about it. Is that something that you need to change? Because you have to learn to create new beliefs, new habits, and the new version of you, as if you have it already. Now, as I shared many times, when you change your habits, and when you change your beliefs, and then you start to take inspired actions, now it's all coming from within. You're now being led from within, because you feel it in your heart. So now we can plot the course by reverse engineering from the end goal. That's how this process works. That's a secret in this process. You work backwards instead of forward. You have the fantasy goal. When, the goal, you open up your mind to what's possible. You expand your awareness, and then you see that demonstrations of who you really are. That's how powerful this is. See, when I looked at the reality and my current results at the time, when everything was taken away from me, I went beyond that what I wanted, what it is that I want. I went into my imagination and imagined all the debts being paid off. Had money in my bank account. I saw that first in my mind. And in a short period of time, it became a reality. I lived from that wish fulfilled. And when all that was paid off, an opportunity showed up for me to work with Bob Proctor, to teach this material and change more lives. Because this man changed my life. It changed how I see myself. He believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And I'm so grateful to continue his legacy. And I also now understand that it wasn't really the goal that I was set out to get. It was really the growth and the awareness that I got from it. The expansion and the expression of spirit, of who I am. Because that's the agenda of your soul, is to demonstrate, to experience who you really are. So when you have a fantasy goal, fear will show up. That's the only thing that can take it away from you. Fear is a real thing. Fear will take it away from you. Are you resonating with me here? Would you agree with me? Fear will take it away from you. And you probably have it. Fear was showing up in all different aspects of your life. But the only reason that keeps showing up in your life is because you keep giving it, time. You keep giving fear time. You keep it active. You give energy to, and you keep allowing it, to talk to you. Your energy is important, ladies, to attract anything that you need to achieve the goal that you want. How to attract it to you is obviously another class. Yes, Maureen. Yeah, fear will take it away from you. But right now, you need to make a decision. What is it do I want? You don't need anything else. money, resources, formulas, knowledge, time, until you make a decision of what it is that you want. Because you need to be clear in your mind, because mind works with images. You need to have an image to work with. So if you can build this picture in your mind, see it, feel it, taste it, touch it in your mind, you can start to feel what it's like to be like that person, to achieve that goal. Now, not everybody can do that. But you know what? We all can, because most people don't want to use their imagination, because it's your imagination that's going to help you build the picture. It's one of the gifts that's been given to us. It's one of our mental muscles that we have, but most people don't use it. We put a lid over it and neglect it or use it against ourselves. We imagine all the reasons why we can't get what we want, why we can't achieve something. What if we could? What if we could? And guess what? The energy which is sent to your body when you take action will be a positive energy, because this is positive. Then the energy in which you take your action is positive, and for every action there is a reaction. And that's one of the fundamental laws of this universe, law of cause and effect. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Life is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You self-actualize everything that you think you are. So if you think you're broke, you probably are. If you think you're rich, then you are. And rich doesn't always mean money. Rich means richness in all aspects of your life. Because money is really the byproduct of a rich, wealthy mindset. You want more money, you want more sales, more health, more wealth, then it comes from within. Upgrade your mindset. Goals are your best accountability partners. Write that down. Goals are your best accountability partners. You have the potential to do anything you choose and to do it well, but you must make a decision. And when the time for a decision arrives, you must make your decision where you are with what you've got. You don't have to wait, ladies. So before I wrap up this training, so if today's resonates with you, I would like to invite you for an opportunity to connect with me for a free one-on-one discovery session to clarify your goals, clarify where you're at, what's in the way, and see if I can support you further. If you're committed to finding that greatness within you and being the best version of you. And all that is for free. So let us know. I'll put a link in the comment or in the post on there, but I have covered a lot of information today, ladies, but it has been a pleasure to share with you these nuggets in the middle of moving. So I hope that you've got something out of today's training. So don't just let it sit in your conscious mind. Make use of it. Apply it to your life, and watch the magic happens. So let me know if you want to have a chat. But thank you for watching this video live and replay too as well. So ladies, keep it simple and be deliberate. Bye for now.